Welcome back, my friends. Today I am sharing with you my crafty adventures with the 2024 exclusive Handmade Holidays Christmas Card Kit from Spellbinders. Now, I have created 4 cards using just these kit contents and 3 more bonus cards that are a little more stepped up, which is what I like to do with craft kits. Now, I'm going to walk you through, though, my thoughts and processes along the way, just to give you more tips and tricks and ideas for when you play with any type of card kit. It doesn't have to be this one. It can be any card kit in your stash today. Now, my name is Melanie Smith, and if you're visiting me for the very first time, I'd love to welcome you, and I'd love if you would hit that like and subscribe button before leaving today, as I hope you enjoy this content and come back and see me and craft with me many more times to come. Now, so just to give you an idea, now I've made 7 cards, and this card kit still has ample stuff still left in it. The card kit makes 25 cards. So we have, tons of the pattern paper left. We have tons of the embellishments. I mean, you could make and make and make. I was actually on vacation and I just played with it for one full day and just had fun. So let's show you where I went with it. These first 4 cards are my cards just from the card kit itself. Now, this was my first one, and my goal with this card was a card with a story. I went through the ephemera pack, and I actually did it twice. I did it with this one and this one. And I went through the ephemera pack, which are these pieces here. And I kind of sorted my ephemera by theme. This is something I like to do when using ephemera, and because I like to create a story. Now, this is, of course, Santa. He's inside a window. There's some acetate there. And I just used the actual acetate that the chipboard frame was actually on and glued it in place so that we would have some window sheeting there. So that's something you can do just to make it quick and easy. But Santa's inside the house. Here's the door. He's gone inside the house from his sleigh and his reindeer, and he's delivering his presents. So he's, of course, come from the North Pole, and this is his Merry Christmas card. So that is how I decided to do this 5x7 card. This is the only one I did that was 5x7. So it's really cute, and like I said, it tells a sweet story. Here's this little tree. I thought the postage stamp was cute. It coordinated with all the papers. It brought in the colors from down here. All the colors coordinate in this gorgeous set. So I just really had fun with this one. Now, for the second one, I did the same type thing, but this has now got Santa's deliveries. These are all the things Santa left under the tree, and what joy it's going to bring the kids tomorrow morning on Christmas, of course, in our little make-believe land. But we've got the train, we've got some candy, we've got our presents, and we've got our nutcracker. So I just used a couple of the pattern papers, actually 3, as I did the background with the pattern paper as well, and all of the ephemera, and one of the 3D sticker sentiments in gold. There's a whole sheet of those, and they are gorgeous. And I just, here again, told a story of what the children are getting Christmas morning. They're going to love those candy canes in their stocking, I think. So that is my second ephemera card. So those are just using ephemera paper. Simple, easy, but still well thought out and designed, clean and simple, easy cards. Now, here I've gone a little more elegant, and I chose pattern paper, and then I coordinated the ephemera with the pattern paper, and I've done this here twice. So on this one, I chose the pattern paper first, then found the wreath, and I thought, okay, the wreath looks really pretty, but I don't want to put the busy wreath on top of the pattern paper. So I found a soothing paper to put it on so we could see our wreath. Found a coordinating sentiment from the ephemera pack and used the little chipboard cardinal here as an embellishment. I love the dimension that gives. And then added the 25, which is also chipboard stickers, and coordinating little holly here that added to the coordination of all of the holly in the paper and the ephemera. And with this, I trimmed 2 small slivers, I believe they're 1/8 of an inch, of the gold foil card, and I made 2 little strips to just jazz it up a little bit and to coordinate with our 25 in our sentiment, which also has the foil in it, to separate this center section from our pattern paper, which just gives it division and also really makes this center area pop. So that there is the way I thought about that as I was designing it. And then this one here, I actually did the same thing. I chose the pattern paper first. Almost always when I'm designing with pattern paper, I choose the paper first. Then I coordinate everything to the paper. I just find it's more cohesive and the outcome is always, it turns out better. So from here, I chose a sentiment that coordinated. Then I chose the fancier ephemera this time. This is the rose package of ephemera. This is the rose package of ephemera, which is a lot fancier ephemera. It's got all that gold running through it. So I used that to kind of frame our sentiment along with a piece of that gold mirror card cut to fit our sentiment here. Then I've added some of the gems, the peachy gems that come in the kit. They really sparkle against the gold here, which I thought was lovely. And it also kind of goes with the splattering that's in the paper. And then I added another bird from the chipboard, which I just love the little birds that are added in this set. So that is also added to a piece of A2, I don't know if you can see it there, yeah, A2 foil card, which is on top of our card base there. So we have that gold foil running all the way around the base of our card for a finishing touch. So you've got the frame here, then you've got the coordinating frame here as well, and it just steps up your card a little bit and makes it really classy. Doesn't look like it came from a kit. So those 4 cards are my ones made exclusively from the kit itself. Nothing else was brought in except my glue. So that is the only extra thing I used. I did use some of the foam that the kit came with to pop a few of the elements up. That is it. Everything here, the sentiments, everything came from the kit itself. And I really love the way these turned out. So I am going to now show you my stepped up versions, and I went really lightly with the step ups, nothing crazy. I have brought in just a few extra products. On this first one, I've added these labels. They're called the scallop labels and tags, and I just did a triple frame there with a couple of the houses from the ephemera pack, a couple of the sequins from the kit card kit, and a chipboard sentiment. Now this snowy background came from the speckled confetti BetterPress plate. I BetterPressed it with the dark blue ink. I believe it's Cosmic Sky. And then I just took a light blue ink and a blender brush, and I just sponged around it, leaving the top portion light blue and the bottom portion white for the snow. So it just makes it look like a snowy scene, and then I just completely kept the outside white for a clean and simple looking card. So that is I added very little to it, just the 2 products, and I just stepped it up a little bit, but still made a simple card, but it's just stepped up a tiny bit. Then on this one, I've used that same snowy background here, but this time I pressed it with no ink. I call this kind of like a blind press because I don't know why I call it that, but there's just no ink on the plate, and I love the way it looks. I actually have another one here in just a minute I'm going to show you on my 3rd card, but this I did the snow again. And then I took a light, like a aqua ink, and I blended over all of it to give us just a soft sky colored background. Now this sleigh is this one here. This is the sleigh, and I will have to put the name on the bottom of the screen here for you because I don't have the name. I have the number S41358. But this is the sleigh that I used, and I had so much fun with this. I've actually used this on a couple cards now. But you can do so many colors. I actually used some of the pattern paper to make the presents, and then added the bows to it. One, I did a twine bow, and then a couple gold bows. I made a pink poinsettia, and of course gave it some foliage and used lots of gold foil from the kit. So the only 2 things here that I added, well, 3 things I added here, was the background, the sleigh, and the BetterPress sentiment, which I have stacked up on multiple layers for texture. And that is coming from this set here. And this by far is my favorite sentiment set for the season, and it's very affordably priced. It's called Sending Joy Sentiments. And this one is a one and done, guys. I love this. There is another sentiment set that's one and done style, but I like this font. And this is a much lower price point because you do get less sentiments here. But look, it's so cute. And the actual font is just so lovely. And I just love the way it cuts out perfectly every time. And I mean, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, season greetings, and sending joy. And what joy it is when Santa comes and brings a sleigh of presents. So that is what I used in that one. Just 2 or 3 products to step up your game. So that is my second stepped up version. And then my last one, I've done that better pressing with no ink once again, and that is using the gorgeous Christmas Rose BetterPress plate. I adore this plate. It is gorgeous no matter, it's called Winter Rose. It's gorgeous no matter what you do with it. If you stencil it, if you color it, if you just go through the BetterPress with nothing. It is so pretty that I just used it to step up my background. Look here. Both are beautiful. One is just a little more simpler, and one has a little more texture going on. That gives you an idea of what the BetterPress just by itself can do. So on this one, I went for tags. I looked for different tags from the ephemera pack, and then I organized them on there in a pleasing way, glued them all down. Then I added some of the foliage from the same sleigh set. They're right here. I added the same, but just in traditional colors instead of the pink. And I added this is a ephemera cardinal, and I just popped him up on foam dots so he can be sitting in the holly and foliage there. So I've got some gold going on in the centers, and then on the holly, got the joy, got love and peace. So it's peace, love, and joy. I just love the way this one turned out. I think this is probably my favorite one out of the bunch, the joy card. So I hope this has given you some fun ideas with this collection or with this card kit, I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear which of these cards you really like, which is your favorite. I just really had a fun time making these for you guys, and I just played. It was so much fun. So I will leave all the links down below if there's anything here you spotted that you're interested in, and I will see you in the next video, my friends. Thank you so much and have an amazing day. Bye-bye.